So here it is. We're gonna go ahead and do a little quick touch up. I'm also gonna also post parts of this in YouTube, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the little quick introduction here. Okay, so this is what the deck is called, the Android Nappa. The deck itself, it's where you got the Android as the MVP, and then you got some draw powers as well as a searcher. So I have this thing where every time I make a deck, when there's like a lot of draw and searchers, this is only for most of the 1-drops. What I do is I do like 3 for draws, but even though this Bulma is to discard a card then draw a card, I just count it that way. And of course with this Bulma, it just helps you get rid of the Android pieces that you need to make a Jero's Lab. And then you got that Bulma for just draw, and then searchers for Android 18. So the reason of what I do for every deck is that if I have like a lot of draw powers and searchers, I put it at 3, 4. I just want to make it to where like I have 10 cards to work with to get the pieces. And it may not be that much when you're having like a 10 out of 50 cards, or you get like 1/5 of a chance to get the drawer or a searcher. Or even it's like saying that when you start out with your the game, you got like about, I try to remember, is it 6 or 7? I mean, I've been losing track on how the game starts, so please bear with me on that one. So yeah, you got that, and then you got Android 18 to help organize your hand just a little bit. Drop some androids if you can to help boost up the Jero's Lab, rep yourself up. Then you got Cell Jr. to recycle your extra cards from your drop to your hand. Hercule to recycle some of the cards that aren't from drop, like a 1-drop Earthling. Could be any of these 9 cards right here. It does help. It does help get what you need. Like if there's like this cell that drops a lot of cards, then you got the Earth Destroying Blow. If it's on your energy from Jero's Lab, you can get it from Roshi. Same thing with the brother-sister combination. So you got those 2 getting ramped up by Jero's Lab. You play Roshi. Just make sure they're in rest. So be very careful. Make sure they're not active. Pick your energies wisely so that the strategy goes well. Otherwise, you're going to have a little miss sequence. And that happens to everyone, even me. So just be very careful on how you take care of your energies going from there. And then Android 20, which I rarely play, but it's good to have in case if you really need to get to Jero's Lab right away. If you're seeing it almost too mid to late game, it's always a must. Especially when you're going up against a blue deck, a Xeno deck, you sometimes have to use Android 20 to get your Jero's Lab, even though the risk is that most of your Jero's Lab might be in the bottom deck. But it's always good to also charge your Jero's Lab as an energy so that you can use Roshi to get your Jero's Lab, play it, and will help you increase your chances just a little bit against a blue deck. And then you got Nappa, which I feel like it's the top card to have in this deck. The purpose is that Nappa will help you get an energy quick, whether you're going first or second, it doesn't matter. So you do have to take a life to put the energy in rest, but at least it's good to have if you're doing it in turn 3. So if it's to where you get an extra energy marker, at least you got an energy to replace it. Or if you have if you start as 3 energy, or you start as your beginning of the game, you go first. Then it's also good to have S4. So there's that. My thing, of course, my thing is don't play Joro's Lab as the first pick because you'll be tapped out on this one and you won't get a chance to actually ramp up the energy. Because my thing is that you just wait a little bit later with Joro's Lab, and if you have 17, 18, it will just go to where you play this first and then play Joro's Lab and then do the energy, go from there. But like I say, I feel like that nap up has to go first before Joro's Lab, before you even start the game that way. But yeah, I'll let you see what all the matches I did feels like, so that you get the idea of why I would just put nap up first before Joro's Lab. And then you got your big pieces. I'll do run 3 of each. Of course, some of you did say that 4 is good, but of course you did tell me that sometimes you don't really have to run 4. You can probably run 3, or you can run 7 of them, like 3 cells, 4 Broly's, or 3 Broly's, 4 cells. It just depends on the preference. I would say not every deck is perfect. Only the deck that you choose. It's all based on your preference. You can make changes. You can do whatever creativity you have or whatever idea you have. I would say that almost any deck that you play, you will have a good chance or you will have fun playing it. But of course, just make sure that you do your best to stay positive. And of course, if you feel like that you're losing a lot, which even that happens to me, so it's probably good to take a break, probably work some videos out, go from there. But yeah, other than that, there are these, and I can tell you, I'll give you a quick purpose right now. The reason why I don't run the 6-drop androids, the double strike, although it's good to have a double strike to finish the game, my purpose of why I don't run them is that, yeah, it's good to have a 6-drop, but of course, the cost of it is, it only pops cards that are 3 or less. I mean, only 2 of them. I mean, which is also good too, but then again, it's also to where that that there's like not that much space to fit in them, and of course, I mean, they are threatening. They got 40k, they got double strike, but I feel like that it didn't work out. It didn't work very well to my deck, and of course, it could be that. And like I say, I could be wrong. It's up to your deck preferences. It's your choice. So just have fun and how you want to play the game and go from there. If you like this kind of deck list as an idea, maybe make it as a template. You can feel free to. I mean, everybody's welcome to play this kind of deck and go from there. So. Yeah, let me go ahead and give you a quick deck list real quick, so that yeah, you get the idea, and there we go. And then I'll go ahead and show you the matches and go from there. I'm doing good, just starting a Saturday with some tea, relaxing, taking a breather from the jobs. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this and show you from there. Now I can tell you with this one, this matchup, it was very scary for me. I mean, yellow is scary to play against. But of course, it also depends on what kind of leader in the yellow deck is. But I would say overall, any yellow leader is considered scary to me. And of course, it also depends on their effects too. So if it's like this Vegeta, it was very scary because they got 2 energies untap every time they end their turn. And the thing is, what's even scary is you got the 6-drop Golden Frieza there, or sometimes the 5-drop, or the Goku to lock your cards on rest mode. Yeah. Now, as you notice, I don't have any Nappa, so I did play Drill's Lab. So it's the only way I can, you know, continue on with the game. And then here we go. And then, of course, my reason is that I just trying to combo so that this Vegeta doesn't pop it. I mean, it's just a little bit more or less like a waste of combo, but I mean, the thing is that Android's gonna get destroyed anyways. But if it's to where, I will say this much, if he were to just attack the Android first before the leader, then I would just lose more lives. I would just gone down to 4. But it just makes sense because most of the time the leader wants to attack first to get the draw and pressure later. It's you know, it's more like the beginning of the game. And then here's a Nappa to stir the pot. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I'll go give it some time and alright. There we go. And then all I'm doing is pressuring the Vegeta. Trying to make sure the hand size gets smaller. That's actually a pretty interesting hand that this Vegeta player has. And then he's gonna use the effect to pop the Nappa. And then what's scary for me is that he has that Vegeta. But yeah, of course my thing is I really want to destroy the Vegeta real bad. And then of course I was also baiting the combo, so I was playing an 8-drop cell. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna play the 1-drop Frieza to play that card, the Blue Power Awakening. Then he gave me a reason for me to combo the Android 16. Gosh, I can smell my teeth. It smells amazing. The aroma smells so good. Tangerine Positive Energy, I think is what it's called. Yogi brand. Okay, so I'm wondering if I was pressuring. Yeah, I was pressuring. And then that's where it gets me, because I was wondering why the Vegeta player will just combo the Bulma like that when he can just combo what's in here. Because it just feels like it's a waste of energy and time for that. And then I think I was running low on Android. No, I still have an Android there. Alright. And then of course I do charge the extra to Rose Labs. I mean, it always keeps on happening to me. And then like that, it just keeps on happening to me. It makes you feel like that. Where's my Android 18 or where's my Bulma to discard? And then just Broly to take the Golden Frieza out. And then, okay, no. I think I was like keeping my cool with the energy. I mean, I could have just... I think I could have just played the 18. And then, of course, for me, it's just always keeps making me think that he really likes to pop the Broly. He really likes to pop the cell like crazy. And then, of course, this is what I mean when it was getting scary. Because I put myself at 1. And then that was actually pure luck there. And then I think this is where I just want to exhaust his resources. Make it to where he gets less cards in hand, not attack, because I don't want to give him an extra card to get me to where I have the losing range.
残念だったな。
And then this is where I thought that I was about to lose. But it turns out that I managed to stay alive.
残念だったな。覚悟はいいか。
And then I think this is where the game ends since I have another Broly. And then of course I was doing all that for scare tactics. Actually no, I think this is where the game ends because I went over and there's no way for him to combo out. Actually no, he can combo out. He's gonna use the Goku. I forgot about that part. Oh, and then he does that. Yeah, there we go.